Okay guys, so I'm on this page in your packet, how to read an electric meter. And an electric meter, there's two different kinds. There's these kind that are dials, and then there's an electronic one. And it depends on where you live as to if they've replaced it or not with the new version. But we are going to look at these because if you do have the old version, we want you to be able to read it and make sure that when you get your electric bill that you are being charged accurately. So what you want to do is when you look at these dials, the way you're going to read them is you're going to see where it's pointed, and this first one is pointed between the 7 and 8, and the way you're going to read that is it will be a 7. It's going to be the lower one. This one is between 5 and 6, and so that one will be reading 5. This one is right on the 1, so that's going to be a 1. This one's 0, and then 1. Okay? So that's going to be super important that you just can be able to read them. We're getting ready to do simple machines, so when we talk about simple machines, this will make a little more sense. But the way they work, see, they're rotating in opposite direction. So this number is how much energy has been used up until this point. So what are we going to do with that? So what they do is they read your electric meter each month. So to see how much energy you used, you're going to see how much you end up with and subtract how much you started with. So here's how much we started with. It says on the morning of January 1st, the electric meter looks like this. So we just need to read this. This is 2, 6, 0, 1, 0. And then on January 31st, at the end of the month, this is what it looked like. 3, 6, 1, 6, 5. And so you just want to subtract those numbers. So I'm putting the big number in first, and then the little number. And so you use 10,155 kilowatt hours during January. Now it says, if the cost of electricity is 14 cents per kilowatt hour, how much did that electricity cost? So you're going to take that number that you just calculated, this is how much you use, and multiply by how much it costs. And so that's what your electric bill would be. It would be $1,421.70. What is the average cost of electricity per day during January? So if this is how much it costs for the whole month, you would divide by how many days there are in January. And January has 31 days, right? So I'm just going to divide by 31. So it costs $45.86 per day. Okay, in this next part, you guys are going to do some calculations about energy usage in your life. So here's some general formulas for you. You can refer to these. You're going to take the wattage and multiply by how many hours you use, whatever they're talking about, per day. And then how many days you use that per year. And that will give you the annual kilowatt hour consumption, how much energy you use per year. And something that's super important here is to make sure that if they give you the wattage here in watts, you have to change it to kilowatts because that's how you're going to be charged. If I want to figure out your annual cost, you're going to take that annual consumption you just calculated and multiply by the cost per kilowatt hour. So let's do this one and then you guys can go from there. So after school each day, Abby uses her computer to do homework. If she has an average of 2 hours of homework per night for 180 days of school per year, how many kilowatt hours are consumed and what is the annual cost of using her computer? So, it says that a CPU and monitor, so just a regular desktop computer like we have in our classroom, uses this many watts, 270 watts. Remember to change from watts to kilo. We use King Henry. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And a watt is a base unit. So I'm going to take whatever I'm given, I'm going to move backwards 3 to get kilowatts. So the wattage is 0.270 kilowatts. It says that she uses her computer 2 hours per day. And it says that there are 180 days of school. So I'm going to multiply by 180 as well. Okay. So here we go. We have 0.27, that is the wattage in kilowatts, times 2 hours per day, and there's 180 days in the year. So we're at 97.2 kilowatt hours. That's how much energy she uses per year on her computer for schoolwork. The next question says, what's the annual cost? So we're going to take the cost, and this could have changed, but this is what the cost was when I looked it up. We're going to take that kilowatt hours times 0.0753. So it would cost $7.32 to run her computer all school year.